Hi. Donna Boulay was one of the people that listened to President Kennedy when he gave his inauguration speech, and when he said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." She, like a great many people of that generation, responded, and she responded by being a nurse. And so she was trained as a nurse, and she went to Vietnam to try to take care of people. And she was there, and she talked about how they would, I think the one I want to talk about most is the Tet Offensive. And so the information that was being sent to people back home was that the war was going well. The war is going well. Everything's fine. And they were keeping a body count. They were keeping a tally of how many did we kill versus how many did of ours were killed. And there was the presumption, there was the statement that the America and the South Vietnamese army had control of South Vietnam. Well, we learned in the Tet Offensive that that was not the truth. Now, Tet was the Vietnamese New Year. And so Donna Boulay was working in what was called a Quonset hut. And a Quonset hut, if you can imagine taking a tin can and laying it on its side and then cutting it through so you have a half, kind of a half of a can. That's what a Quonset hut looks like, only bigger. So it's a great big half a can made of metal, and this is the hospital, and she has people inside that hospital that she's taking care of. When the Viet Cong came into South Vietnam and attacked Tet, they attacked all over the country at the same time. And since it was the Vietnamese New Year, at first they thought the explosions and the shots and bombs and everything were all just fireworks. Well, and then the whole front of their hospital exploded. And Donna Boulay is a small woman. She's about 5'3", maybe, and doesn't weigh too much. And she said that there was a nun there with her who was even smaller. And the two of them grabbed a man who was over 6 feet tall and in a complete body cast. And they managed to get him down under his bed. Nothing like gravity and adrenaline to do it. And they got him under the bed, and they're ducking for cover, and the whole thing's blowing up. And later they were able to, it took 6 guys to get that guy back up on the bed after the explosions were over and after the fighting was done. And the reason they put him in a body cast was that he had so many things broken and so many things harmed. They just totally encased him in this shell so that nothing more could go wrong until they could get him safely back to America where he could be taken care of. But what Donna Boulay found out was that one of the orderlies, one of the Vietnamese people who came in every single day and left every day and worked with her, had actually tunneled underneath the hospital and packed the whole end of it with explosives and blew it all up. And so what the Tet Offensive showed America was that we did not have control of South Vietnam at all. And people started to not believe the things that they were being told on the news and by the military and by the government. And so this is one of the things that's kind of pivotal in terms of us not having control of Vietnam, but also pivotal in terms of people in America not stopping their support of the war. And so Donna Boulay was there.